all over the world, all over the world, the most is auspicious day, the Sivaratri, and today, same day, last Sivaratri, we were in Pashupatinath with Guru Markandeya Das. So this is also first anniversary. Uh, we committed to start this journey, spiritual community, building spiritual community, global community. Uh, I want to start program formally and by burning lighting, and the light and the fire is another form of Shiva. Shiva Agni in Sanskrit, Agni, another form of Shiva. So I am going to light, and two kids will sing a song, mantras. Yes. Give me that. Yes. शुभम करोति कल्याणम आरोग्यधन संपदा शत्रु बुद्धि विनाशाय दीपज्योति नमस्तुते. Okay, we'll start formally. We'll start our program. Happy Shivaratri, all of you, and we have very limited time, only 1 hour. So we have lots of speakers, nationally, internationally. So I want to request Guru Markandeya Das to share his experience, journey from Queensland to Pashupatinath. First of all,
Sure.
I want to request Guru Markandeya Das. That
I thought
light pen jano na.
I
Light pen.
can you hear me? Firstly,
Yes, we are hearing you.
well, uh, you said you only had an hour, and you want me to share my experience. You probably need more than an hour to cover it, I guess. But in short, this time last year, I was in Nepal at the Kathmandu there with Prakash and a few others, and we had an interesting time, didn't we, Prakash? When we were getting around the festival there, we saw many things that you could see the hand of God moving through all the people and the things that were happening to us while we were there. You could really sense the presence of God um, within and around. So it was very enlightening and very memorable. And no doubt I'll be back to have another look, I guess. But it was a very, very, very profound journey. And I think it's just the beginning of something that's coming. So for years now, I've felt an energy that there was a change coming. A big change was happening across myself firstly, but then I could see that change um, moving across the world. And I've been led on a journey of healing, and I guess and shining the light, as Prakash has just lit the light there for Shiva. Um, So it's a simple journey. It's a journey of sharing the light of the source of all creation that dwells within us all, and the many different ways we get to do that, which I'm privileged to be able to cross many different cultures and religions, and I just see the same God in every one of them. So it's an honor to be a part of whatever's coming. So thanks, Prakash.
Thank you so much for your time, energy, and always inspiring us to be in this path, this spiritual path. The self is like very energetic. You give us all the time energy, the spiritual energy, the attachment less energy, the grounding energy.
Mm.
So we have mantras, the acceptance, grounding, accepting, love, and
Yeah,
minimalism. And this is our
yeah,
mantras and our way of life, so that we are always always in the ground, always in the minimum, and always in the accepting form. So it always gives positive energy. Thank you so much
And
for
I,
your time and energy, Guru.
too
And
easy.
I would like to request Mama Roboto. So we also did small spiritual retreat in Nepal with all the family. And the Petro is also coming. He already landing in the airport today now. He's in taxi and he's going to apartment and he will try to join with us and share his experience from Levenu to Pashupatinath, his journey. So I want to
Yeah.
request Mama to share your experience, spiritual experience and connection with Shiva and all the spirituality from Italy to Nepal, from Lebanon to Nepal. I want to hear from you.
Hello to everybody. I'm very happy to be here to meet all of you, especially Swami Mark. I can't remember exactly the name. Nice to see you. I heard about you from Pietro and Prakash. Was a very nice time we had in Nepal this time in September. Was a halfway in between a spiritual trip and a trekking trip. That is also spiritual. And what I could appreciate a lot was the grounding system you were talking about. So let's let's try to do our best. Let's try to organize something again. We are Pietro will explain better than me that we are trying to organize a trip with some of my friends from Italy. We just made up a nice program. I didn't yet propose it, but I will propose in the next few days. And what to say, Nepal is a great country. It's a great place to try to feel the nice vibration. In some way, I could say better than India, that is strong, so strong that a lot of people want to run away from that country. Me, no, I'm happy also there, obviously. But Nepal is in some way friendly and calm and full of good things and less crowded people. Let's say less Western people that try to look for something extraordinary. So we've been around in different places, and I think we will have nice time in the future. Also better than what we had. That was great. So thank you, Prakash, for the opportunity. I will take some help from you very soon. Nice to meet you, everybody.
Namaste.
Thank you so much, Mama, for always, you always inspire me and you always show the path. Very simple path and very strong path, like sometimes from your reference, I talk with my friends, like this very, very simple things is just stay calm and just close the eye. It's just very simple things, but nobody can do. Very simple, but when we starting doing like just closing the eyes and doing nothing, and this is the most difficult difficult time. Nobody will have time to do this, and nobody is doing this. But very simple, but I don't know, but maybe this is very difficult also at the same
It,
time.
it is
And this is
absolutely.
the knowledge I got from you, so nice because the world is full of philosophy, so many things, so many cultures, so many cross cultures, so many castes, so many religions. So you when you are in Nepal, you talk me like just go one place and just stay doing nothing. And this is very simple formula you have given to us, simple mantra you given to us. This is very everywhere in the world. This is the best mantras so that we can go in front of church, we can go in front of Buddhism, we can go in front of any religion and just go and observe, or just be simple and be calm and be observe and be peace. This is super nice and nobody harm from this. And this is the mantra we got from you. uh, I have one book like Shiva Sar, and I want to disclose one thing. In Nepal, there are, especially in the world, there are 12 Jyotirlinga, 12 Jyotirlinga, and if we ask to the AI show the all the Jyotirlinga are lies in India. And if we see in the Google also show us like all the Jyotirlingas, 12 Jyotirlingas lies in India. And this book, written by one of the writer, uh, Lakshman Aryal, and he collect from the Vedic and from the Shastra. He collect and he shows 12 Jyotirlingas lies in Nepal, and this is just recently found, like just in 2015. Uh, all the evidence and all the he shows like this. Okay, this Shiva Linga found in India, also in India, popular in India, but also in Nepal. So this I want to disclose today. This 12, because we are promoting this 12 Jyotirlinga in our site, in our spiritual tourism Nepal. So these are in Nepal. So I don't know, like uh, any everywhere Shiva Linga can be exist. Shiva can be exist. So authentically in, if you go to the Vedic science or Vedic culture books, then we have this record 12 Jyotirlinga in Nepal. So also here are name of the Jyotirlinga and name of the place in Nepal, name of the place in India, both. So this book shows like this, and all the Jyotirlingas explain in the sloka. So I want to also, I'm thinking to bring like also there are 64 linga in Nepal, 64 linga in Nepal. In Nepali 64 linga. So 64 linga. Maybe I explain when I met Mama and also Guru or other people. I'm thinking like bringing 64 linga, Shiva linga in Australia. When I'm coming to the Australia, I will bring there. It it possible because now 12 Jyotirlinga in India, also in Nepal. So 64 Jyotirlinga in Nepal and also in Australia. 64 Jyotirlinga Nepal, also in Italy. So this is my commitment, so that I'll try to bring, and then we'll try to explore there. Okay, 64 Jyotirlinga also in Italy. But yeah, because this is all about like culture, we can start worshipping Shiva is the stone, and with the cosmic body of energy, Shiva element. Okay, now I want to invite Gaurav ji, so that he is also running some spiritual course, discovering spiritual facts, and he is coming back from the US after so many years and trying to do something in Nepal spiritually. So I want to invite him and share
Hello.
his experience.
Hello. Thank you so much, Prakashji. Thank you for having me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we are
Okay.
hearing you.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, namaste. My name is Gaurav. I also go by Rav, just RAV. And yeah, my journey has been pretty interesting spiritually, and also like I guess mentally, emotionally as well. Because like being human can be a tough thing. Like we can establish that, I guess. And when I was in the States, I went there to study initially, but during my student years there, I faced a lot of problems, and I was also suffering from like drug addictions and depression, anxiety, a lot of these mental problems as well. So I tried to go to the medical route, of course, try to have medicines and all those things, but nothing actually worked. But once I started exploring spirituality, then I started to see a lot of changes happening inside of me. I mean, I wasn't like particularly attracted to anything in the beginning. Like there wasn't a single field of study or spirituality that I was really attracted to. But as I kept discovering, I started to learn more about myself. So along the way, I discovered a lot of this process was more about finding who I was, like what's like being human, like what it really means. And it was a huge path of self-discovery that I found out, which made me really aware. And I had really interesting experiences spiritually. I even tried some like plant medicines and things that really helped me awaken to some degree to realize uh, like how to live a more fulfilled life. And I wouldn't say like I know everything. That's not what I'm trying to refer at, right? But I mean, I got to see a glimpse of like what this uh, what God feels like during those kind of experiences. So once I got back, I like it was always my aim to like try to reach the higher levels, and I kept meditating, and like I meditate every single day since then. And afterwards, like I felt like this knowledge has to be spread outside too. So I then went on to become a life coach, and then eventually returned back to Nepal, and I have this corporation here called Growth Hub Nepal. I mean, it's a company that's spreading awareness, spirituality, and helping a lot of people in Nepal. And like when we witness those kind of transformations, like it's really, I feel very grateful. Just to see like there's a lot more that we can do by giving others. So giving has been way I'm trying to live life by. And yeah, it's been a very interesting journey. And being here, like, like I really like to be a part of these kind of groups where I get to meet people like Prakashi and also Mark and Roberta ma'am, right? And, like when I get to hear everybody's background stories, like it inspires me a lot. It helps me open up more, so I'm really grateful to be here. And Prakashi, thank you for having me on this call, and happy Shivaratri to everybody.
Well done.
Thank you so much, Raj. The Guru is speaking something, or
No, I was just impressed with your story. I missed your name. What's your name again?
My name is Gaurav.
Gaurav.
Yeah, I
I
also
was
go by Rav.
Rav, righto. So just when I was listening to you, Rav, my head was nodding the whole time because you just expressed to me the journey that we're all enlightened to have, and as you said, even through some of your plant medicine, experiences and that, you've been able to get closer to the energy that dwells within us and around us. So I was impressed with your story. It was good. We're apparently Prakash will probably tell you there's a an ashram in the building that's coming. I'd love to see you there telling your story one day if you'd love to come. I'd like
I
to see
love
you
that.
there.
I love that. Yeah.
I think
yeah,
Prakash
thank
could
you so much.
organise it so it happens, and
Yeah,
I'd like
thank
to
you so
see you.
much, Guru and everybody. Now I want to request Kripa Baini, and
On your road.
she is studying Vedic science in the Devghat. Do you remember, Guru? We went in the Devghat and we crossed by the. I swim. I bath over there in the river, and
Yeah,
when we come back from the ashram from the Sunol from the
yeah,
Lumbini, we coming on the way and we go there, and there is
yes,
Dev and the two river meeting point, and I bath there,
yes,
and we come by
yeah,
the ship, just cross,
yeah.
and she is
Uh,
studying
uh,
there and Vedic science. So I want to invite her and speak
well,
some sloka, Sanskrit. Okay, welcome. Yes.
Namaste. Today I am going to tell a mantra of Shiva. It means Shiva Tandava. जटाटवीकलज्ज्वल प्रवाह पावितस्थले गलेवलम्ब्य लम्बिताम्बुजङ्गतुङ्गमालिकं डमड्डमड्डमड्डमन्निनादवड्डमरवयं चकार चण्डताण्डवं तनोतु न शिव शिवम् जटाकटाः सम्भ्रम भ्रमन्निलिम्प निर्झरी विलोल वीचिवल्लरी विराजमानमूर्धनि धगद् धगद् धगज्ज्वललाट पाट पावके किशोर चन्द्रशेखरे रति प्रतीक्षणं मम धराधरेन्द्र नन्दिनी विलास बन्धु बन्धुरा सुरत्गन्त सन्तति प्रमोदमान मानसे कृपा कटाक्ष धोरणी निरुद्ध दुर्धरापदि क्वचित् दिगम्बरे मनो विनोद मेतु वस्तुनि.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Shiva Tandav, the sloka is found by the first discovered by the Ravan. The Ram killed the Ravana, but still Ravana is the very servant of Shiva. He worships Shiva a lot, and he got lots of power, and he misused the power, and Ram killed him. So it's the good example. Now I request Amrit Bista Dai to share your spiritual journey, and also he is also back from the Australia. He study project management in Australia. And he realized he need to do something for Nepal, and he come back Nepal, and we started some project together. The Sino marketplace. The Sino is the relationship in Nepali word Sino, and it means like good relationship, very good relationship, family relative relationship, like the Sino and marketplace, so that we are going to try artisan of Nepal, the made in Nepal, making Nepal product, and we have started one platform to promote the Nepalese handicraft products over there. And he is the founder, director, and also CEO of that company. He is leading that project, and also he is lecturer in Nepal. Many universities he is teaching, and also he invite me for guest lecture in Nepal. He is doing very great, so he is our friend for our journey. So I want to give him the space for sharing his experience.
Hello, everyone. Namaste. Jai Sambhu. So, yeah, I'm glad to be part of this satsang. In Nepali, we call it satsang. So, in English, maybe it's a meeting or some other word. I don't know. So thank you, Prakash Sai, for organizing this amazing conversation or satsang in this very beautiful day, Sivaratri. So yeah, this day is very precious for all the Hindus and all the spiritual people around the world. Yeah. As Prakash Sai have mentioned already about me that uh, I was in Australia. I went to Australia in 2013 and came back in 2016. I came there to do my master's degree. And I returned back to Nepal, as Prakash I already said that I wanted to do something because lots of Nepalese, they go abroad, they study, and they do settle there. They never come back in Nepal. Only few people like me who care about the family, who want to live with family, who want to work here in Nepal and contribute to the country, they return back here. So yeah, I came back in 2016, and I engaged in lots of social work. Basically, I was associated with different NGOs like Nepal Cycle Society. That was basically it was formed for the cycle activism and the cycle lanes, incorporate the cycle lanes in Kathmandu. So this team did it pretty good, but the policymakers here don't incorporate such things, inclusive things. So then I was with Bigna Hatha Nepal. That was also one of the NGOs, basically in the remote places of Nepal. They work on the social engineering project. And Prakash, I mentioned, I also do teaching at a few colleges here. Yeah, I do teach the entrepreneurship. And I myself now associated with a few organizations like Prakash I mentioned Sino Marketplace, which basically promote the typical Nepali products, the like Pasmina. Those are beautifully handcrafted in Nepal by the Nepali people. So we promote them locally and internationally. Also, I'm associated with the Maori Ventures. It's a small startup company. So these are my professional engagement basically. So talking about the spiritual journey, actually, when I was in Australia, once a moment, I felt like I became atheist, because the vibe was not that spiritual there. So I started believing that the God doesn't exist. I don't know why, but when I returned back to Nepal, then I started visiting temple again, and then slowly those spiritual vibes returned again. So I took part in different spiritual learnings. I took part in the Joy of Living by Rinpoche at Gumba near Swayambhu. Also, I took the courses from Art of Living, and also I visited the Osho, the Tapoban, like this visit. Then I started meeting the people who are spiritually connected, like the Prakash Sai. Prakash Sai used to tell me a lot about the Swami Markandeya Das, and today I have a chance to meet other spiritual people too, like Roberta and Durga Ji, Kripa Baini. Yeah, so it's really pleasure to meet everyone here. But I used to do the meditation, also regular meditations. But these days, I don't know. Again, I'm into the a little bit distracted. So maybe I should make some time for my well-being, for self, and also for to continue this spiritual journey. Hopefully, with the connections and with the guidance of the people like Prakasta and all of you, I'll definitely explore it again. Thank you, everyone. Namaskar.
Speaker.
You are muted.
Thank you so much, Amritai, for your time and energy. Eastward, it was so nice when you come back from Australia and we met and you decide to work for Nepal, because still the Nepal, from Nepal, so many people going leaving Nepal for the opportunity, for physical opportunities and many others opportunities. But he came back Nepal for Nepalese people to do something in Nepal. So he's always inspiring for all the Nepalese leaders, youth and leaders also. So welcome Pietro also. He also already came in room. But I want to give to speak for Vijay Chapagai. So he's from Australia. He's also one of the guy who is really the bridge between Nepal and Australia, and also Guru Markandeya Das and Nepal, and from Queensland to Pashupatinath, and from Lomanthang to Queensland. So I want to give space for Vijay Chapagandai for some moment, if he is hearing me.
Yes, yes, Prakash, thank you. Mark, everyone, Amrit Bosnia, Durga Kesi, Roberto, Ravi, I think, Petro, whoever in this group, really appreciate that you guys are here and we are doing something really inspiration and special. Thank you to meeting as a speaker. And we are still waiting for Santosh Pahari to join us. I don't know where is he. And yes, according to my view, like I'm myself a spiritual person, and my dad was a guru like long time back, and I feel him when he met Mark, and it convert as a guru and like guru and shishya, like that relation. And my actually, I want to speak about the topic. What I give it to you is like how to connect with the spiritual people. Like it's very hard to find spiritual people in the world these days. I have got really good connection between universe, and there's a connection between universe and me and the person who I meet. So, as my opinion, like there is few things we can create in our heart and the connection between the person who think and who that's the energy and that's the spiritual, I think. And as I'm in my 40s, so as I grow in my days, I look at my dad going to the path of the spirituality and trying to find a person who is in the spiritual. So I follow few of the people, and the greatest inspiration for me is Mark and Prakash, and my dad name is Prakash as well. So it's like I my dad wants to do all these things, and he is creating all this. So universe is true. So and spiritually person is the place where you can find through the connection of universe. So my dad is in the universe, and I'm connecting with Prakash. So that's what I want to say. Like there's definitely the connection and energy between you and your spiritual journey, and some people are on that journey, some people are stepping on that, and some people wants to know about that. And yeah, this is a really good day. Like there's a big festival of Shiva, and we established some of the place in Mark ashram. It's like Markande anyway. So it's really great to see this bunch of people around the spiritual journey. Thank you, Prakash, and thank you all of us for listening me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vijay Dai, for your time and energy, and always, he is always in the building the spiritual community, the global spiritual community, and always helping me in this case. And I want now, and when he is speaking, I remember this book, and this is there are four Veda in Nepal, the four very important book, Vedic book of Nepal, and in the Hindu and Sanatan culture, actually, Sanatan have no time when that begins. So this is the Bhagavad Gita, and this book is all about the yoga, and yoga is additional. Yoga is union. It's all about the yoga. Shiva also yoga. The Shiva Linga is the pratik of yoga. The three part. The base part is Brahma, the creator, and the middle part of the Shiva Linga is the Vishnu, the operator, and the top part of the Shiva is the Rudra, and the boundary of that in the base part, that part is Sakti, the female energy, and the Sakti. So that is also the Shiva Linga is also itself the symbol of unification, union, the symbol of union. So that's is all about the unifications and the union. So Gyan Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Karma Yoga. There are three types of major yoga, major, and there are 18 chapters, and all 18 chapters also represent the yoga. And this universe is all about connectivity and connection and union. So yeah, thank you so much, Vijay Dai, for connecting your father Prakash Tapakai Guru with the Markandeya Das, and also Markandeya Das with me as Prakash. And he came in Nepal as we have. It's not like spirituality sometimes like actually we are not doing anything, everything is happening in flow. So it's like we just accepting, we just grounding and just accepting. It's like so nice. We are building and we are in the same line, and it's our very trust and truth family. We are in same family member. We are even like very strong brotherhood we have. It's like a great message we can give to the world, to the universe, from our energy, that we trust each other, help each other to move ahead with accepting, with grounding, and with minimalism, with love. Thank you so much. Now I want to invite Matt. So the Matt, we have experienced so nice time in Nepal. Me, Matt, and Pietro. We have very nice experience. We share in the Pashupatinath. We went we went to the Pashupatinath. We saw many things over there. The big day, big night was there, and he's very inspiring for me. And He is also the part of Gita. Yeah, it's like connecting, the Vijay Dai connecting Mark connect, Andrew connect, Mart, again Mart came in Nepal and connect with me and Petro. It's like circle. It's like very circle and trusting circle, and it's like very, very grounding energy. And it helps us to boost our grounding energy. Simple thing, but very difficult also. Okay, I want to invite you because we have very limited time, only 1 hour. So because another program is going on same Zoom, so within 1 hour we need to finish. So please welcome and thank you so much for accepting our request and coming and giving your time and energy. Thank you so much, Matt. I want to give you now.
Thank you, Prakash. Hello, everybody.
Hello, mate.
G'day. Prakash asked me to have a talk, and I was sort of not too sure what to talk about. And there was a couple of things, but I wasn't too sure what the nature of what would be ideal. And he gave me a couple of points where we went to one of the temples there, and we saw the burning of the bodies, which was a fairly standard, procedure. And yeah, like in the West, from my experience, dead bodies are not that commonly seen. You might see your grandparents, your parents, it's something that's very taboo if you see something going on. Now, I've got a little bit of experience of being in Indonesia, Bali, and seeing ceremonies and various other things. So I wasn't completely unfamiliar. But when we went, I was kind of interested because it's quite interesting. But I must admit, when I was there, it was a strange feeling. It was like I noticed that quite a few of the families were still mourning. Where my experience in Indonesia, by the time it gets to the burning phase, their mourning is kind of over. So in Nepal, I noticed that people were mourning. So there was a sadness that we were kind of I sort of felt that I was a part of. And at one point, it was all sort of coming to a bit of an end for us, and we ended up with just going down a little bit closer, and somehow we kind of ended up right in the mix of being in amongst the families, and to the point where actually I think I said to Pietro, like, mate, I don't think we should be here. And he's just like, keep going, just not turn around now. So we got very close, and then we just observed from a distance a short time after. And yeah, I guess after that, I had a trek in the Annapurna circuit. So you get lots of time to think about things and just observing how witnessing death can be just a bit of a wake-up call, I guess, of it's a reality for myself, for others, and how and I just recently turned 40, and that's still young. It's still young enough to do something. And it's getting, but at the same time, we can do anything. We can do anything in this world, but we can't do everything. It takes time to create. And it's sort of just for me, this was a good time to reflect on what do I want to create? What do I want to do in my life? And now is the time to start doing things, creating things, and in alignment with like what I really want, what's on my heart, what feels like a yes. And really getting curious on what that yes is. And to the point of when I refer to action, that action could be doing nothing. That can be a challenge for me at times, doing nothing and just really sitting in that place to see what comes through. Where do I get inspired, getting to know myself better? I don't get to choose what I love. I don't get to choose what I like. Like I get to discover that. So being in Nepal was very special to me. It's something that I wanted to do for a very long time for no particular reason. It was quite emotional for me, especially on the first day of my trek. I actually had to leave the tea room at one point because I was starting to get quite emotional for no particular reason, except it was almost like honoring myself for allowing myself to take this time in my life to go on a trek, considering I'm not a trekker, and I still don't think I am. But it was still it was a very touching moment, and yeah, being there with Prakash and Pietro. Nepal is very much a part of their hearts. And yeah, so I was very grateful to have that experience of being welcomed into Nepal. So yeah, I don't know too much more to say than that, but except it just put things into perspective. And I had about 3 months off work afterwards, and I've only just recently returned back. So yeah, it's taking action, it's inspired action.
Where do you live, Matt?
I'm in Byron, or Brunswick Heads, Byron Bay.
Yeah, cool. Not
On
far
the
from
east. No, you're on the sunny coast,
Toowoomba.
Toowoomba. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yes.
nice.
If you ever up
Yeah,
this way, pop in.
yeah, sure. Yeah, Andy has spoken about you, and I have in the past done some work in Nepal, Toowoomba. So yeah, will do.
I'd like to cross paths.
Yeah, no, likewise. Yeah, always happy to connect and
Yeah, you got a vibe, so I'm sure there's something cooking.
well, I'm yet to find out what that is, mate. I've been flying helicopters for a long time, and
Have you?
I won't be doing that forever. But it's
Andrew Boniface came to Nepal with me, and he's a helicopter man too.
I know Andy very well. Yep, I
There
know
you go.
Andy. Why is
Good,
he why is
eh?
he not on why is he not on the call right now? He's not here.
Probably in a chopper.
I think he might be. He must yeah, he's working anyway.
But
Yeah.
I'm serious. You were touching on a couple of things there, and it just triggered in me something to let you know that there's something cooking and you're on track and it's all coming. It's just around the corner.
Thank you, brother. I can feel goosebumps in my spine.
They'll get
I
more and yeah,
I learned something about this about myself recently. Like I've known for a long time that there can be a yes and a no inside a body. You can feel them, and I
yeah,
never. It
yeah,
took me a long time to work. It's only recently that I discovered what a yes is for me, and I discovered it
yeah,
through dance, through a teacher of mine, and without going into a lot of details, it's you get like goosebumps in the body, like a shivering through the spine, and I asked her, I said, is that a yes for you? She goes, every time I get and I just started having it all through my body, and I've got
yeah,
it right now, and I
yeah,
and I and I just it's been such a gift to
yeah,
observe myself and and then I was trying to work out what a no is, and a no came quite some time ago, and that is anything that's not a yes.
yeah. That's a good
So
one. That's a good one. But
yeah.
no, serious, the sauce is cooking something for everybody. And we're all smelling something down the track. And Prakash has been a great little
Mm.
London. He's number two, old mate, Prakash. So he's very much something is cooking, fellas. And I'm feeling it, and Matt, you're on it, and I don't even know what it is, except I know it makes a lot of people feel better. That's all. That's what I know. That's coming.
What makes you feel better? Sorry, what's that last bit?
Just I don't know exactly what the specifics are
Yeah.
because I don't need to know because is that there's something cooking universally amongst us all in all the belief systems.
Mm.
There's an energy like Rav was saying earlier about connecting closer to the source. And see, once you've
Mm.
obtained that closer connection to source, then everything else falls into play. So I love to have a little saying that says it's not so much who you worship, but how you worship that makes the difference.
Mm.
And I think there's a collective coming that I think is going to be very, very much source driven, and there's an energy coming that I know. I've been on a journey for 9 years now of experiencing it. I know something unique is coming to Nepal. Santo, who's maybe with us or he isn't with us, but he's on the screen there somehow. There's some really good stuff coming, Prakash, isn't there? We've got an energy that's manifesting, And I believe strongly that everybody that's connected through this group will bring people to this place and they will be healed of no matter what their ailment is, because they're in the presence of the source, just simply in the presence of the source, because the source is within all of us, and that energy will radiate enough in any space, I think, to heal the sick and raise the dead. And I think everyone I'm looking at is playing a part. So bless you all.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Mark.
No worries. Let's catch. We'll do a sweat lodge down the dam. We'll get in the mud.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, sorry to take
Too much. Yeah.
It's there was there, Matt, that had to be shared. So
Yeah, thank you, brother.
cheers.
Yeah, thank you so much, Matt, and thank you so much, Guru Markandeya Das. So it was so nice experience with Matt, and I hope we will do someday together big spiritual journey together. It will be so nice. And yeah, I was thinking.
Sorry to but Santo with his beanie on. G'day, Santo, my brother. How are you? Sorry, just he's a special man. So thank you.
Yeah.
Namaste, brother.
Yeah. Now, yeah, Santosh Dai will speak soon. I want to invite Petro. Is coming 24 hours, and also still he is accepting our request.
Yes.
So I want to say something, but I want to give space first to the Petro, so that he's also the young key
Thank you. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I want to start by saying a couple of things. First, my laptop has 15% battery, so that is step one, that you should be informed that at any time it might go dark. Second, I have arrived today in Nepal for my fourth chapter. This is the fourth time I come, and it has arrived on Shivaratri. So I think this is a very auspicious day because this is the day we met with Mark and Andrew at that time in Pashupatinath temple. I'm very happy to have this chance to speak. And today is the Shivaratri and the day of Shiva, and I have been asked to talk about this a little bit by Prakash. And I come a little bit less from the spiritual side. I studied engineering, and this is one other thing I wanted to mention in your flyer, Prakash. Is I am not a scientist anymore. I did that, but I'm a former scientist, and I would like to make sure that is understood, because if you don't practice, you lose the thing, and it's simply not what I do anymore. So now I'm in Nepal. I'm working with the mountains, and I guide, and I feel the Lord Shiva when I'm in the mountains, because that's where he is, and that's where he has his most powerful place. And one of the characteristics that I appreciate much, I still have a lot to learn for sure, from Lord Shiva, is the acceptance. And this concept of acceptance is the one that also brings my thought to the Guru Markandeya Das that is here listening today, because when Prakash told me of Mark, of this Australian guy coming, and I was very interested. I was like, okay, who is he? So at this time I went to the Pashupatinath, and I brought the Shiva Prasad for everybody, and I was curious to meet this Australian man that is coming with the red clothes. I was like, who? I saw the Instagram, his Tarzan there. I know his name is Mark, and then I arrived at the Pashupatinath. I finally meet them, and I asked him, how should I call you? How should I call you? And he took a big smile at me, and he said, whatever you want. You can call me whatever you want. And so the very first thing that he told me when I met Mark, he showed me acceptance. He showed me the very same quality that I like in Shiva. So I appreciate that, and from that very moment, I accept the dress and the Guru Mark. So namaste to you.
You can still call me whatever you like.
Yes, but it really, it was a proof to me. It was like, wow, first thing I ever tell you, you have acceptance. You show this quality of acceptance straight away, and so you really impressed me that day.
Thanks.
And I will be happy to meet you again here in Nepal, in Australia.
I'm coming back soon, to be honest. So.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, so this was kind of my contribution to the talk. I wanted to tell this anecdote, and yeah, now my deepest desire is to take a shower and eat some food because I've been traveling for 24 hours. So I thank you all for sharing. I thank Prakash for this opportunity, and Matt for the kind words that you spoke before. It was a pleasure to meet you here, and hopefully we will have some connection also in the future.
Cheers, mate.
Ciao ragazzo.
Mm-hmm. Ciao. So I would like to pass the word back to the host, I guess, and
yeah, thank you so much, Pietro. If you and me and together, then maybe like the time will not stop talking and thinking, and yeah, we are in that flow. So the Pietro is also another my inspiring personality of my life, and yes, he came from Italy, from the Europe to Nepal, and he wanted to do something in Nepal. So this is the great inspiration for all the Nepalese peoples, not only the people, for all the Nepalese leader, because this it seems like for the Pietro, maybe for the foreign people, they don't think like the Pietro is doing is like normal, but for Nepalese people and for the Nepalese leader, it is big deal. It's really big deal. So what he's doing is really inspiring to the people. He shows the opportunity in Nepal. He's showing the opportunity in Nepal for the youth, and it's really amazing and inspiring things. What he's doing in Nepal is very nice. So I want to appreciate you, and I want to give thanks to you. You came back again today, and today is Sivaratri, and we talk about most of the time we talk about the Siva and mountain, and it's very nice. Thank you so much for your time and energy again.
Thanks, Petro.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a nice Shivaratri.
Namaste.
Best wishes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
yeah. And another, our brother and the key person for the spiritual journey. Yes, I told to the Pietro, and when I was in the Europe tour, and I realized like I took my guide license in 2017, and I didn't do professionally any guiding things, and I was waiting. Maybe the time is waiting, and I was waiting, and when I went to the Europe, and then I saw the potentiality and saw the requirement of this spiritual journey of this spirituality. So people wanted to cry, but there is no space even for crying with the good people, with the good heart, with the trust. So this is why I want to do this. So this should be at least some room for crying, for dancing, for laughing, whatever they want, freely, without harming other, in zero harm. So yeah, I want to invite the Santosh Dai. So he is the key person, and he took steps to bring Markandeya Guru in Nepal. So he invite Markandeya Guru in Nepal. So that was even my first spiritual journey in Nepal. So that was happened because of Santosh Dai and because of the Markandeya Guru. The spiritual tourism is happening in Nepal. Please welcome Santosh Dai, and please, I want to give you space for you.
Namaste, everybody.
G'day, mate.
Can you listen?
Yes, we are listening.
Yeah, I'm speechless because of my. Huh? Today is the historical day for us, and actually, uh, English is very poor, so that I request to convey, translate Mr. Prakash. Okay, Prakash.
Okay, I'm your translator always.
9 years before, 9 years before, Mr. Mark something hearing, and I'm also before I'm also saying something to my Guru Prakash Chapagai. And suddenly, Mr. Prakash Chapagai Guru told me, "Don't worry, Mr. Santos, your dream will face." मैले जुन मिसन भनेको थिएँ इन्टरनेसनल लेभलको, प्रकाश इन्टरनेसनल लेभलको जुन किसिमको यहाँ मेडिटेसन गर्ने एउटा प्योर ल्यान्ड बनाउने जुन कुरा मैले भनेको थिएँ, त्यो कुरा चाहिँ मिस्टर प्रकाश गुरुले के भन्नुभयो भने, ठिक छ बेटा, तिमीले सबै चिज यहाँ एरेन्ज गरेका छौ, भूमिहरू तिमीले प्रशस्तै किनिसकेछौ, यु बाउट द lot of land, and you have also spiritual person, so that your dream will be success. Don't worry, I will arrange international person.
Guru.
Prakash Chapai Guru told me. Right now, he is not with us. अहिले उहाँ हुनुहुन्न हाम्रो सङ्घमा, तर चाहिँ उहाँको सपना चाहिँ पुरा भएको मैले देखेँ। 28 February 2000. Something.
Get out your camera.
Sorry. Okay. Mr. Prakash Chapagai, right now, he is not with us, but his dream going to success. Last year, 2024, February 28, Mr. Mark Hiller, and his Hindu's name is Markandeya Das. Mr. Chapagai put this name, and I invite him, and he came in my ashram. And that time, really, त्यो समयको कुराहरू मैले right now, I am not saying, I am very speechless right now, because of that journey was the very, very nice, very आध्यात्मिक को एउटा यस्तो गरी विश्वमा सन्देश जाओस् भनेर हामीले चाहिँ त्यो दिन हामीले सोच्यौं। प्रकाश भनिदिनु न अलिकता। हामीले जुन किसिमको संरचना गर्यौं, जस्तै गरी हामीले संरचना गर्यौं, जुन किसिमको हामीले चाहिँ आध्यात्मिक एउटा चाहिँ उल्लियौं नि, त्यस बेलाको चाहिँ कुरालाई चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ एउटा अर्गनाइजेसनको रूपमा गरेर भोलि चाहिँ विश्वभरि जसले एउटा मनको शान्तिको लागि, हैन, आत्मसन्तुष्टिको लागि के हो, स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी भनेको के हो भन्ने कुराहरू यहाँ आएर बुझ्न सक्नेछन्, र ती व्यक्तिहरू यहाँ आएर नै खुसी हुनेछन्, र तिनीहरूले खोजेको चिज, तिनीहरूले खोजेको इन्भाइरोमेन्ट पाउनेछन् भन्ने किसिमको हाम्रो त्यो बेलाको टिमले चाहिँ एउटा निर्णय गर्यो। त्यही अनुसारले हामी 1 वर्ष भइसक्यो, 1 वर्ष भइसक्यो, यहाँ कामहरू देखिएको छैन, तर धेरै काम भएको छ। अर्थात् प्लान्टिङ इज ग्रोइङ, हैन, 500 neem tree and 3000 bamboo and mango near 1000, and in 1 year, within 1 year. अब आउँदाखेरि अब हामीहरू अनुभवी भइसकेका छौं। अब आउने चाहिँ त्यस्तो गेस्टहरूलाई, इन्टरनेसनल पर्सनहरूलाई जसले चाहिँ पिस, शान्तिको लागि, मैले नेपालीमा मात्रै भने, प्रकाश जी तपाईले ट्रान्सलेट गर्नु न अलिकता पज दिदै।
तपाई भन्दै जानु अनि म समराइज गरिदिन्छु। ओके, I will summarize the viewpoint of the Mr. Santosh Dai. Yeah, this all about everything is happening because of Prakash Tapagai Guru and Guru Markandeya Das and Santosh Dai. Santosh Dai is building ashram, and he's now the phase of the ashram is planting many herbal and fruit trees over there. So he want to create some space for the nationally, internationally people so that people can come and stay over there for spiritual practice. So this is the main theme he is trying to say, and the 1 year he is able to have thousands of herbal and fruit trees in his ashram. Many fruit trees and many herbal trees that will be very useful for ashram for the spiritual retreat center in future.
Education.
So we
Help
are
from
waiting for Guru Markandeya Das coming in Nepal again, so that he will guide us more, and also Roboto Mama, so that she have the spiritual retreat, small spiritual retreat, and she have lots of experience, so that she will also guide us in future, and all of our spiritual soul will guide us for that place. He have land and he have doing lots of thing, preparing lots of thing for to make that happen. So thank you so much, Santosh Dai, for your words and always dedicating to build the spiritual community. Also, in your place. Yeah.
Thank you, Prakash.
Now
You give
now
me chance.
our yoga guru is just came and is the Chakra Kundalini. With him, Petro and me did some spiritual retreat, some like some yoga, meditations, and chakra healing practice. So I request him to join with us and share some his experience because he's more like yoga practice, and he will guide us. The people who wanted yoga and meditations and chakra healing through the chakra healing things. He is like more technical guru, so that he can show us how the chakra healing and chakra practices. We have like 7 chakras in our body, so how that works. So I want to request him to show. It's like just example. We have very limited time, so he will share a little bit something about the spiritual, this chakra healing practice. So I want to give
Yeah.
him phone, the space. सातवटा चक्र चाहिँ यो टोपी खोल्नु नेपालीमा टोपी चाहिँ खोल्नु तल यो रुट चक्र भन्नु अथवा नाम भनेर भन्छ सिम्पल फास्ट गर्नु नेपालीमै गर्छु म तपाईँलाई नेपालीमै गर्नु अलिक सन्चो छैन कि ओके आई ट्राई टु सपोर्ट
अहिले चाहिँ म नमस्कार सम्पूर्ण आदरणीय व्यक्तित्वहरूमा मैले चाहिँ शिवरात्रिको पावन अवसरको लागि करिब 5वटा प्रोग्राम गरिसकेर आएर म गला समेत पनि गाउँदा सिङ्गिङ गर्दाखेरि अलिकति प्रब्लम भइरहेछ लिटल बिट फिलिङ सिक टुडे एनीवे टुडे इज द शिवरात्रि स्पेशल डे we have to go some other places also in the ashram. So I will talk with Nepali today. I healing also, real classic healing, sound healing also, with so many instruments, classic harmonium, tanpura, singing bowl, violin, some more instruments also. I have one Jackson also. Today I'm talking about only 7 chakra. So many chakra, but minimum 7 chakra. In the heart chakra and heart chakra, 2 chakra on the chest. On the head also so many chakra. Third eye, crown chakra, guru chakra, pituitary chakra, so many chakra. But I'm talking only 7 chakra today, short time. My experience is 42 years ago, I'm for me big problem, brain tumor and paralysis. So I learned chakra, meditation chakra, pranayam chakra, healing chakra, sound healing, everything is by chakra. First, root chakra, second chakra, Swadhisthana, we call Tet Nepali, Swadhisthana chakra, Manipur chakra, Anahat chakra, Visuddhi chakra, Agnya chakra, and crown chakra. Normally, this is. चक्र कसैले पनि हिलिङ गर्न सक्छ, युट्युब हेरेर नि गर्न सक्छ बाजुबाजु, तर चक्रको मलाई जब चक्रको साधना गर्ने क्रममा 6 महिनाको कोर्समा 6 महिनामा 50 जना बसेको 4 जना मात्रै बाँकी थिए, सब भागिसके। 5 दिन सिक्ने पनि चक्र हिलिङ गर्छन्। म 6 महिना सिकेर पुगेन, फेरि अर्को 6 महिना सिके वर्ष दिन मैले पनि हिलिङ गर्छु, कोही वर्षौं सिक्ने पनि छन्। यो गुरु कृपा हो। यसको गहिराई जानु छ भने चक्र साधना एकदम जरुरी छ। मात्र साउन्ड हिलिङ गरेर नि भएन, क्लासिकल पुरै इन्स्ट्रुमेन्ट राखेर पनि भएन। यसको लय बुझ्नु पर्यो, ब्रह्माण्डीय लय बुझ्नु पर्यो, अस्तित्वको लय बुझ्नु पर्यो। यो शरीरको हावभावको, बोल्नेको शैली, शरीरको एक्टिभिटिज, मुभमेन्टहरू सबैको लय एकुरेट मिल्नुपर्छ। त्यही लय मिलेपछि जब हात खुट्टा चल्छ, हावभाव हुन्छ, ऊर्जाहरू, हाम्रो औजारहरू चल्छ, यो औजारहरूले हावभाव देखाउँछ र त्यसको लय अनुसार जुन एउटा शैलीमा मुखले बोल्ने शब्दहरू पनि जान्छ विषय अनुसारको, यो सबैको लय हावभाव मिलेपछि मात्रै एउटा त्यसमा हिलिङ पनि हुन्छ, क्रियायोग पनि हुन्छ, प्राणायाम पनि हुन्छ, सब यही भित्र छ। प्राणायाम गर्दाखेरि हामीले एउटा चक्रलाई हिल गरेर बीज मन्त्रबाट हामी प्राणायाम गर्न सक्छौँ। लम लम ओम रम यम हम ओम with harmonium, most important by chakra sadhana, with sound healing also, chakra pranayam also. Lam om ram yam ham om om om. We are practicing with 8 chakra now. Om 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 ham em ram om lam. Aroha. Lam om ram yam ham om 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 ham yam ram hum lam. Lay, peace is most important. Even without peace, if you practice, no connection. Thank you.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, thank you so much, Guru Digvijay Ananda. So we just invite him, just like give some example what we are learning from him, and I don't know it will be more practical or not, like from the Zoom, from the virtual, this yoga and this meditation practice, but in person, I always prefer in the person, would be nice. But yeah, thank you so much for your time and energy, Guru. Now we are in like coming in the close up. Thank you so much everybody for giving your time and energy. So anybody wanted here is I'm looking like Sam Krishna Subedi brother. So I want to invite him also because he is doing PhD research in the 64 64 Sibalinga. So so he is also very important and very important personality for this for today and also in our Sanatan culture, Sanatan system, and he's the activist for this Sanatan religion. So I want to invite him to give uh, some of his experience in spiritual journey. If he is listening me.
Yes, okay. Namaste. Thank you very much, Prakash ji. So I am extremely sorry for I joined just now. I had tried joining a little bit earlier also, but because of some technical difficulty, I couldn't do that, and I was doing Rudrabhishek. So today is everyone is aware that today is Shivaratri, and then people participate from their inner heart and whatever way they can participate in. And so I haven't heard. I could only hear some of the talkings of Mark G, but so I couldn't go through whatever he told. So I'm extremely sorry for that. So, but because Prakash ji have invited me to talk about my spiritual experience and then something about Shivaratri and then something about Nepal as a place of abode of Shivaji. So when we talk about, first of all, I would talk about today. Today is Mahasivaratri. So when we talk about Mahasivaratri, so we should know there are 4 different Ratri. Ratri means night. So there are 4 nights which are very important in our spiritual progress. In our spiritual progress and in our spiritual path where we can identify ourselves as the part of God or Brahma. So among those 4 Ratri, one is this Shivaratri. This is called Maharatri. Another is called Krishna Janmashtami Ratri. That is called Moharatri. And another one is Sukharatri. That is the Lakshmi Puja Ratri. That comes on the dark night of Kartika month. And another one is Kalaratri. That is on the 8th, bright night of Ashwin Shukla Paksha. That is the in the Dasai. So among these 4 Ratri, so Shivaratri is considered Maharatri. And it's because when we do sadhana and then when we realize that we are Brahma, we are Shiva, then that is the absolute point from where we start propagating the positive resonance to this world. And when we realize ourselves as Shiva or as the Brahma, then we will only, propagate positive resonance. Or so there is no, point being called as positive or negative, but because Sattva will resonate from, Sattva will propagate from our self. So and then it's a very famous quote in the Vedic Shastra, Kriya Siddhi Sattve Bhavati Mahatam Nopakarani. So it means everything will happen because of the Sattva, not by our effort or not by the apparatus. Which means everything that is happening in this universe is by the grace of God and by the grace of Sattva. And then because of this Sattva, this universe is running. This sun is rising in its time and then setting in its own time. And all these planetary influence are running, heavenly bodies are also running by the grace of that Sattva. And the planets are providing, so the fruits and all this nature is providing by the grace of Sattva. So when we realize this fact, once we identified ourselves as Brahma or Shiva or Krishna or Ram or Devi, whatever form, because all these forms are equal, all these form are same, although because of our different levels of consciousness, some realize, so the Brahma or the God as Devi, which has so the Devi's manifestation as a mother or as a wife or as a sister or as a guru, whatever form. Similarly, as a Krishna, so using the flute and divine flute and attracting the whole universe, or as a Shakti, like Mother Goddess, Mother Divine, Goddess Durga, destroying the evil of this society so that we can live in peace and we can progress towards the spiritual realization. So the important part of this day is that this is a node from where we will start towards positive side or positive aspects of lives, and gradually we will reach to the unity consciousness. And from that point we will start propagating peace, we'll start propagating kindness, and we'll start propagating love throughout the world. And so when we talk about, okay, what is the important action we can do in this day or night, then so the basic idea of this for Ratri or today's Ratri Maharatri is that we should focus on our sadhana, and we should only focus on positive things. So the positive, the word or the things that is related near to the sattva, or the things that is near to the Brahma or Shiva or Krishna or Devi or Surya, whatever form we can we can reach through our consciousness. That form will be radiating the blessings toward us so that we can realize at one point. And so what should we do? Okay, so because today is Mahasivaratri, so when we realize ourselves as Shiva or ourselves as the enlightening light, Jyotirlinga, and it is called Linga because everything we see, everything we find has evolved from this point, and it will go in this point again. So therefore it is so called Linga. And Linga basically represent the cosmos energy that creates this whole universe. And at one point when its Leela is finished, it will absorb all this cosmic energy, all this universe again back in its form. Therefore this is called Jyotirlinga. And when we want to go near this Jyotirlinga or to realize, so what we do, we read. So many various Vedic rishis have realized, and they have left like Vedas, like Yajurveda, Rig Veda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda. So when we read, these are the highly appreciated texts. So those are not written by one person, but are compiled by various sages, various saints who have found these mantras while they were transcending, while they were in the unity consciousness. These mantras came floating because so those are called rishis. And when we go in Vedic culture, when we say which particular person have realized the most, then so these are the rishis. They have realized Rishayo Mantra Dashtraraha. They have realized these mantras or this form of words in the form of hymns. Mantras consist, energy. Mantras consist meters. How to chant these mantras, and mantras consist meaning related to its natural law of action, and the mantras act from that level of nature from where all this universal creation has evolved. So when we look after these mantras, when we see when we read in the Vedas, we find suptas. Like, okay, for Bhagavan Shiva there is a Rudra Supta. Like for Narayan, Bhagavan said Narayan Sukta. And like for Surya Sukta, there are numerous Suktas. And this suktas describes how this universe was formed, how this universe was gradually, so because we are right now in Kali Yuga. So after Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and so Kali Yuga is the fourth Yuga. And Kali Yuga is also the transformative Yuga, because after this Kali Yuga is finished, we will enter again in the Satya Yuga. So these mantras are same in every Yuga. And although the rishis who so saw these mantras while they were meditating in the deep state of natural, unity consciousness. So these mantras explains. So what are the experiences that we can receive during this transformation, during this unity consciousness, all these things. And after this Vedas, because Vedas, the mantras of Vedas are very hard to understand, also very difficult to appreciate easily, because to appreciate Vedas in their real form, we also should be in that same form, because our not only our consciousness, but our physical level and our thinking level, all these levels should coincide with this level, and then only we'll be able to really appreciate this real value of these mantras. And for that reason, rishis transcribed and translated Vedas, and they explain Vedas even in more deep, that's called Puranas, and then Puranas, and then Smriti Shastras and Vedangas and etc. So when we read Puranas, we find various stories that describes about Bhagavan's Leela, their play, Bhagavan's play. Like, okay, Bhagavan Shiva did this, Bhagavan Shiva killed these demons, Bhagavan Shiva blessed these bhaktas, etc. So this explains us what kind of ideal life we should live, so that we get free from our karmic connections, because it is the karmic connection that different people, although the man is born in this universe to get liberation or the moksha, but because of their karmic vasanas, so karmic connections, they are entitled to bear a lot of problems in the life. So like, okay, so they lack wealth, they lack peace, they lack so enough support in their life, enough mental, physical, society, so etc. So whatever, and they are mingled in different problem in the life, so that they never get time to think about themselves. They never get time to meditate. They never get time to think, okay, I'm born for this purpose. So they are deviated. They are, so directed towards different karmic connections. So how to live life so that you get over this karmic connection, and then you can move towards the path of realization. This is the main topic of Puranas. So and then, okay, what will we find in the Puranas? So like, okay, in Puranas there will be different stotra. Like, okay, for Bhagavan Shiva, so because today is Mahasivaratri, and it is a very optimum point from where we can start realizing ourselves as Bhagavan Shiva. Okay, well, because Vedas, so there are 4 Mahavakyas of Vedas. It says there is nothing two, it's only one. It's a unity consciousness. So one Veda says Aham Brahmasmi. That means, okay, I am the totality, I am the Brahma. Another Veda says I am Atma Brahma. So that also describes, okay, I am the Brahma myself. And another Veda says Pragyanam Brahma. So it's the enlightened consciousness that you have inside, that is Brahma. And then another is Tattvamasi, means, okay, that thou you. So means, okay, that Brahma is you. In that way, so the Vedic text heads towards our realization, and then Puranic text that also tells us to move towards the path of realization by explaining different stories. But those stories might be, in this yuga, or might be in the last yuga, they might be true, or they might be sometimes analogy. So, but they will provide us a deep overview over the, it's a fact that we are the Brahma, we are God, we are totality. So, and for this, so the Puranas provide different stotra. Like for Bhagavan Shiva, when we do Rudrabhishek is an action of pouring water or milk or a different liquid like fruit juice, or like yogurt, honey, etc. There are various things that we can offer to Bhagavan Shiva. So, and then we do a set of mantras prescribed by the Vedas. And so it's in Nepal it's very famous Sadarudriya mantra. So it's a 100 mantras of Vedas that is done again and again, and then with the continuous flow of this like water or milk or this drabya, so to Bhagavan Sivalinga. And then when we do this abhisheka, we do puja also. Like, okay, what is the puja? Puja is the offering of those things that is available in the nature, because we offer everything that is from nature, like, okay, cow milk, yogurt, or honey, or yoga, etc., what we find in the nature. And then we offer bilva patra. It's a leaf with a three leaf attached, and then so it provides a nice fruit also. So bell leaf. We offer bell leaves to Bhagavan Shiva. We offer tulsi and different flowers also, flower garland also, and we offer like incense, natural dhupa, and then we offer cloth, natural cloth. Actually, the Veda explains to offer everything naturally, but because now the human civilization is moving towards artificial, creation as well. So they offer a lot of artificial thing also, but that is not good. So we should offer everything, natural. And then and we offer that, and then we do stotra like this. Dhyayan nityam mahesham rajatagirnibham charu chandravatamsam रत्नाकल्पोज्ज्वलंगं परसुमृगवराभीति हस्तं प्रसन्नं पद्मासीनं समन्तात्स्तुतमरगणैर्व्याघ्रकृत्यं वशानं विश्वाद्यं विश्ववन्द्यं निखिलभयहरं पंचवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रम्. So it describes, okay, how Bhagavan Shiva manifests when the nature needs Bhagavan's intervention, when it goes in disbalanced condition, imbalanced condition, and when Bhagavan's intervention is really needed. So Bhagavan Shiva has 5 faces. In Veda, 5 faces are described. Tatpurush, Sadyojat, Vamadev, Aghor, Isana. And then in Tantra, so another face, Kalagni Rudra. So this 6th face, east, west, north, south, and then on the sky, and then on the down, up and down. That way, 6th face is described. And so we do Abhishek, we do Havan by Abhishek also, and then we offer a lot of stuff. So like, okay, different flower, like we offered bananas, we offered sweets, etc. So in that way, we start moving towards the path of realization. And as we know, so one is, so realizing Bhagavan as self, that is a Advait Brahma, that is Advait, means there is no second. And there is another marga that's called Dvait. That means, okay, so we are the servant of Bhagavan, and then we should serve Bhagavan. And that way, there are more classification on this, Dvaita Advait, Vishishta Advait, etc. But so basically, these are the 2 paths that Vedic civilization have been practicing for thousands of years. And so that way, we move towards realization. We move towards, so getting the path of realization. So this is, and then in Nepal, so when we talk about Nepal, in Nepal we have thousands of Sivalingas, and then rishis have, so they have realized worshipping that Sivalingam. So okay, so basically my study subject is 64 Jyotirlinga that is available in Nepal, and especially it's available in state 3, very nearby Pashupatinath temple. And so for you all, I want to take the name of all these Jyotirlinga. So okay, so कुशेश्वर, भीमेश्वर, काफीश्वर, कश्यपेश्वर, फटिकेश्वर, चंडेश्वर, धनेश्वर, विकटेश्वर, इंद्रेश्वर, भालेश्वर, गुप्तेश्वर, तिलेश्वर, चंपकेश्वर, रामेश्वर, कालेश्वर, नटारंबेश्वर, उद्दालकेश्वर, गोपालेश्वर, चंपेश्वर, उन्मत्तेश्वर, नंदिकेश्वर, गोखरेश्वर, पांडुकेश्वर, कूटेश्वर, असितेश्वर, भैरवेश्वर, ब्रह्मेश्वर, स्कंदेश्वर, शतरुद्रेश्वर, काकेश्वर, मणिचूड़ेश्वर, योगेश्वर, नारायणेश्वर, ज्योतिर्लिंगेश्वर, रत्नचूड़ेश्वर, बागेश्वर, कीलेश्वर, बाल्मीकेश्वर, मंगलेश्वर, विमलेश्वर, अनंतलिंगेश्वर, विश्वरूपेश्वर, सोमेश्वर, गोभराटेश्वर, भृंगेश्वर, त्रिलिंगेश्वर, कुपितेश्वर, सर्वेश्वर, गोलोकेश्वर, चंदन भराटेश्वर, यक्षेश्वर, चंडिकेश्वर, धर्मेश्वर, गोकर्णेश्वर, कोटीश्वर, बाणेश्वर, ज्ञानेश्वर, पर्वतेश्वर, जलेश्वर, गुह्येश्वर, किरातेश्वर, भस्मेश्वर, भुवनेश्वर, रुद्रागारेश्वर. That way, these are the 64 Jyotirlingam. These Jyotirlingam are in very near to Kathmandu Valley. So, and these are very special. So, so these are the Jyotirlingam. So now, so because I'm extremely sorry for I may have spoken a little bit longer, but I did everything in Bhava, so I was completely unaware of this time. So now, thank you very much for allowing me to express some of my experience. And then we have traveled to all the Jyotirlingam. It's very wonderful, and I invite all the people so to come and join, and then travel. And we are doing Rudravishek in each of the lingam, and then so it will be fantastic travel, fantastic spiritual yatra. And so with these few words, I thank you all for allowing me to speak some of my words. And then so I want to shower one mantra, and then bless everyone involved and everyone who is listening, and then those who are not listening also. Hari Om Dauhu Shantirantarikshagun Shantihi Prathivi Shantirapah Shantirokhadayah Shantihi Banaspatayah Shantar Vishwe Devaha Shantir Brahma Shantihi Sarvagun Shantihi Shantireva Shantihi Sama Shantiredhi. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Parvati Patay. Hara 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 Mahadeva Shambho. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sam Krishna Dai, for giving your very powerful speech. It was so powerful, and yeah, we have a limited time, but still it was so joyful, spiritually joyful speech, and 64 Jyotirlinga. And yes, we have already launched 64 Jyotirlinga in our spiritual tourism Nepal, site. So you are the key person for that, for to transferring your knowledge to nationally and internationally in future coming soon. We are hoping we will do that soon. And yes, also I want to give one information through this our Zoom meeting. Sri Dharmeshwar Mahadev was established by our president from Sanatan Dharma, Australia. Today there is happening puja in Australia for the Sri Dharmeshwar Mahadev, one of the Jyotirlinga among the 64 Jyotirlinga. And yes, our objective is to spread the spirituality all over the world, and to build the spiritual community. And we are pleased to hear everybody and sharing our international spiritual soul who share all of their experience in very limited time. Now I want to invite my best friend, brother, and also the business partner now. So he want to support Nepal through the sustainable economy. He wanted to build the sustainable economy in Nepal, sustainable society in Nepal, so that it gives meaning. It gives the example to the world, so that I am always graceful and grateful with Andrew John Boniface. He is my life turning point. I want to say now I am wearing. I want to say now I am wearing his hat. It was so nice. Before this, the Lomanthang Kashmir, this fiber came from the Lomanthang, Upper Mustang of Nepal after the Muktinath Sekta, Mukti Kshetra, the Hinduism, Buddhism, the very powerful place of Nepal after the Pashupatinath. Even we cannot say after, but it's like parallel. It's like same power we can get from the mountain, and the water 108 taps. The water is coming fall down from the taps, and thousand millions of people went there already, and will go there for the spiritual bathing. And after the Muktinath Kshetra, there is Upper Mustang, Lomanthang, and Charang, and Gosai, so many other villages over there. So that there is Changra farming, and we are trying to support Nepalese farmers, and we are collecting the fiber, and we process, and now we are able to wear this 100% authentic Nepali Kashmir. I am in this Kashmir business since 2010, but I always proud to wear this fiber because this is 100% from Nepal. So this is happening. This brand is, we launched this brand because of the Andrew, and I already talked about before also, because of the Gita, we trust the people all over the world, because the everything is connecting and unifications, union. So it's all about the union and connecting and trusting. The biggest point is the trusting, and the to trust somebody, there is like philosophy and the people's life, the sustainability, spirituality, consciousness. This is our soul connecting with that philosophy, that life, not only philosophy, and daily life, and the grounding, accepting, love, and minimalist. This is our style, lifestyle, where we live life in the ground, in with the accepting, within love, and within minimalism. So nice to hear and so nice to live. Actually, not only speaking and not only hearing. When we live this life, we really in very peace. It's so nice. And now I want to invite Andrew. Please share your experience when you are in Nepal, and please share your spiritual thought, spirituality, and everything, so that we will inspire more from you. Now, time is yours.
Namaste, everybody. Thank you, Brother Prakash. That was a very humbling introduction, my friend. And yeah, it's an honor to be able to talk to you all today. It's something that is really close to my heart, considering the amazing trip that I had over in Nepal with my good friend Markandeya Das, and was hosted by other brothers, Santosh and Prakash, and many other people, all of whom know who they are, and how much gratitude that I have for those people, along with I believe Markandeya Das spoke earlier, and my apologies for not being on the call earlier. I'm just going to organize this so that I can see some other faces of you guys, because I'd love to see some faces as well. There we go. Gotcha. So, on this special Maha Shivaratri discourse that's been organized, I think it's another incredible example of the resourcefulness and the initiative of my brother Prakash and everybody associated that has helped to bring this together. And it's one example of a lot that's happening at the moment. And I'm very proud to be in business with Prakash as my brother, not only from a point of view of myself being inspired and learning every day through his actions and how he's guiding this altruistic and spiritual project that I believe that we have happening at the moment with our Lomanthang Kashmir brand. The inspiration I feel and the learnings that I continue to get are continuous, and just to touch briefly on the trip to Nepal, we were welcomed with open arms. I had not met anybody that we were hosted by on that trip, and we were shown such amazing hospitality and love and trust, as Prakash said. And I'll never forget that trip. And I hope it's the first of many, given that I haven't been back to Nepal since then yet. I'll certainly be back. And the memories that we have around sitting down, eating meals with people and being shown around and introduced to spiritual people in different places throughout Nepal, in addition to general people day to day that we met. I'd have to say that I was absolutely in awe and humbled with gratitude by the sorts of people and the consistency and the kindness throughout the culture. And this brings me to, I'm going to put my hand on my heart now, because that's what I really want to channel into while I speak to you. This brings me to the topic that I wanted to speak on, which is our humanity and how we show up in the world. I'm really in awe of the spiritual nature of the people of Nepal. And I thought it would be something different, particularly for me as a Westerner, to talk on how our humanity looks, particularly in the West compared to Nepal, as a matter of interest for possibly some of you, and how we're able to illustrate and to exemplify our spirituality in a human existence, and how we can live that way. And essentially, I think that there's some big differences in the West, in places like Australia, America, United Kingdom, in the generic culture, to somewhere like Nepal. And what I'm getting at with that is that I really feel like culture is such a rich and fully embodying aspect of a country, and it's invisible. Culture is completely invisible. However, its impact on the way that people of a particular country or culture show up in their humanity is a really massive impact because of that culture. And a lot of the time, I'll speak for myself, growing up in Australia, I didn't realize that there were so many other ways of living and other value systems and other ways of exemplifying spirituality in our human existence. I grew up doing 12 years of schooling at a Catholic school. So I did 7 years of primary school at a primary school with a Catholic Christian education, and then I did another 5 years of high school at a Catholic Christian high school. And what I've realized is that a lot in the West, we're guided by what I'll separate the two terms, religion and spirituality, because from my view, and I respect other people's views may be different, but in my view, religion and spirituality are two different things. I feel that religion has been man's interpretation of the spirit in the Western world, at least, and has resulted in many wars in the Western world that I'm aware of over many millennia, or at least 2 millennia. And whereas I think spirituality in its purest form is before certain individuals with maybe not the right intentions, or with good intentions that fail to carry those out, is a very differentiating factor between the religion and spirituality. And what I saw in Nepal was a far more spiritual existence consistently, all of the people of Nepal that I was fortunate to come across. When I got back to Australia, I was at the international airport and I just landed. And mind you, we'd been driving around Nepal for at least 10 days or something like that, and didn't really see anybody get angry, had a lot of near crashes. a lot of people having to jam their brakes on at the last minute and almost running into each other. And there was no anger. There was no anger. I think I maybe saw one person raise their voice and yell at the driver of another car the whole time. And I was absolutely amazed, particularly in busy traffic at times in Kathmandu, that there was very little anger and people were letting each other in and being very, I would say, kind to each other. And yeah, maybe people had a bit of anger internally, but they were trying their best through their will to still embody love and to still let somebody else pass by in the car. So my experience when I first got back to Australia at the international airport, it was very late at night, at about midnight, and I'm driving my car down the multiple levels of the international car park, and I come around the corner, and there's a very, I would say, successful individual who probably makes a lot more money than I do driving a beautiful Audi car up the ramp into the international car park, and I hadn't quite left enough room to come around him. This is the first Western person that I really came across after I'd landed and got back to what is my world in Australia. And he's taken the time to wind his window down, yell swear words out the window at me in a really angry way. And it really took me back for a second. I thought, wow, this is really intense, because I've come from this beautiful place where, I witnessed very little anger, to the very first Western individual that I've come across is an individual who's very angry and expressing that anger towards me. And I thought, wow, straight away, the universe has shown me the key differences between the cultures in a very obvious way. And so I'd like to feel compassion for that individual because, number one, he's involved in a culture which is very much based on rushing, money at all costs, working huge hours, probably has a huge mortgage that he can't keep up with. And all of that is to say that he doesn't have much sleep, and he's become a very angry individual. So I still want to have compassion for that individual, but I wanted to throw that story in there because it sort of exemplifies the difference in how different cultures are embodying spirituality in our human existence, which is the topic of my talk. So I want to now talk on the difficulty of the human experience and the fact that we all go through these valleys and on top of mountains. On top of mountains are the really good times when we feel great, when we're feeling joyful and we're feeling in alignment with something far greater than ourselves. And then I'll speak for myself. I certainly feel the valleys or the troughs sometimes where I feel quite ordinary and I feel low and find it hard to be optimistic at those times. And I think that's a natural flow of the human existence. And so for me, I think falling back on spirituality, particularly at those low times in the valleys, has been really, really important as I continue to grow my spiritual life and my faith within myself. I no longer consider myself a Catholic, and I felt a strong spiritual sense of a lot of the experiences that Prakash and Santosh and all of our other hosts over there were so gracious in showing us. So a couple of quotes, when I've been at the bottom of those valleys, bottom of those troughs, a small saying I like to say to myself is that small, shaky steps still count. So as a human, I could sit at the bottom of that trough and stay there, or I can embody my spirituality and take really small, shaky steps to align myself back with who I know that I truly am, which is two sides of the same coin, the spiritual side and the human side, in my understanding. And so I think it's really important for us to continue to take those small, shaky steps with the strength of our Creator and a spiritual strength that is within us, and to remember that and to lean on that strength and to allow that spiritual strength to embody our human existence even when it's hard. And that's the toughest time, right? Is when it's hard. However, they're the times that I feel that we can lean on our spirituality the most to be authentic within it. Another quote, may you have the courage to break the patterns in your life that are no longer serving you. And I think for me as a human, I feel that I can lean on my spiritual strength to break the patterns in my life which are no longer serving me. And examples of that might be some judgment that I have towards others or some blame that I have towards others, realizing that when I'm pointing the finger at somebody else, I've got three fingers pointing back at me. So it's quite often a mirror of my own weaknesses that I need to address within myself. So that's a big one, is having the courage to break those patterns, because through culture, they've been ingrained so much into my mind and our human minds. So with that, I'd like to just suggest how cool it is to be able to give back without emphasis on capital gain with the Lomanthang product and project, is what I meant to say, with the many products that the Lomanthang project has. And I think it's been a really good learning experience for me, alongside Prakash and his entire family and everybody else that's been involved, to choose not to import cashmere from or yarn from other countries, but to make this project slightly different. And I certainly got no judgment for anybody that does import yarn from other countries, because I understand there's not much Nepalese yarn. And if a business would like to grow, often it needs to import yarn from other countries. However, what I think we'd like to do with this project with Prakash is take the emphasis off capital gain and money, and trust that if that's going to come to us, it will, and to empower a larger amount of yarn from Pashmina goats in Nepal to come from Nepal, and to support the people of Nepal in a fully circular process, which gives back to its source. And so it's been a real lesson, and Prakash has been a great teacher of mine, because I've seen his inspiration and his inspiring actions along this process, and I've largely tried to sit back, given that I haven't been working in this area or this industry for many years like Prakash has. So I just said to him that I really wanted to support him in a business, and it grew from there, because I really believe in him and what he's bringing to this world and to Nepal. So through that, Prakash talked about trust. I think trusting in each other is so important, as he said. I think trusting in ourselves and in myself is equally important, because if I don't trust in myself, I won't take the necessary steps to push myself to the next level of maybe living a better life. And then finally, trusting the web of life. So there's the other, myself, and the web of life. And that's how I break trust down into those three areas. Really just allowing, based on a sense of being not in really control, something far greater than me is in control, and using that trust to then develop greater levels of faith. From having greater levels of faith, having more belief, and through having those high levels of belief, having more confidence in things happening and things occurring and things unraveling and unrolling in a way which is for the very best of everybody, including myself. So everything that I'm saying, I'm still very much a student of. I would like to make it quite clear that I'm not trying to be a teacher right now. I'm just trying to express where my understandings are with these things, and how, speaking from the heart, I try to show up to embody my spirituality, which is growing all the time in my human life, and in a way that I can live a human existence to show up better in the world. And certainly using the Nepalese people as a great example of that. And I've even come back and said to some of my friends that work in the medical industry here, with hospitals and in aviation, flying aircraft, that a big learning I had is that I've come away from Nepal feeling like Nepal is actually more advanced than Australia. And it depends on the metric you use, right? So if we're looking at certain, maybe life expectancy, I think in Australia, life expectancy can expect to be 8 to 10 years longer. So maybe we're so fortunate to have some better outcomes there. However, are our lives happier? Are we using those extra 8 to 10 years wisely? Or are we quite unhappy with those extra 8 to 10 years because of the culture and the value system that we live by? So I think if we look at the metric of connection, spirituality, joy for life, living in alignment with flow, being authentic to ourselves and who we really are in our conversations and relationships with other people and what we choose to do in our life, and the list goes on, I feel like Nepal is more advanced than the Western world. And I think they're the metrics, they're the areas that really count if we're going to embody a spiritual existence in these human bodies. Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk. I hope that's been clear in parts, and I welcome any questions maybe at another time, because I understand this is I probably had my allocated time. So if anyone would like to reach out and ask any questions on WhatsApp or organize a phone call, I'd love to have a phone conversation, and appreciate once again Prakash and everyone else that's had a hand in organizing this evening. And yeah, sending love to you all and wishing all of you a beautiful remainder of the year in alignment with spirit and in a place of receivership, because we're living in flow, to be able to receive from our spiritual guidance in the best possible way. So, namaste. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for a very powerful speech, and you came up with many mantras now. You made many mantras. It was interesting. We'll record that, and that helps everybody, because from your experience after the visit, after your spiritual tour, Nepal, and from your own experience in Australia, and now this project is going on. So, I want to say something like, sometimes people are like asking me, like, I'm doing business and also talking about, and also have life spirituality, talking about the spirituality and talking about the business is like, people are thinking it's like two different things. And I want to say something like, from our movement also, Zoro Kilo movement, and our guru give us some philosophical statement, and we are in that statement also, and that is rooted in Sanatan practice. The Vedic science is not only the philosophy; it is like practices of our ancient, and also they came through the meditations and their personal experience. So that is true. So our dream is like to build sustainable society, not only sustainable society, like this Sarideta Samaj, Sarideta society. And the Sarideta is not only the sustainable, It includes the sustainability and spirituality and consciousness. The combination of these three powerful practices in the society, and that society became the sustainable society, that Sarideta society. And in that particular society, the people are not only practices spirituality, and the spirituality is not only closing eyes. This is one exercise or one way of practicing the spirituality to be on that path, particular path. We are trying. What I'm doing is like, and our community, we are trying the practices and living life in the spirituality, in the sustainability, with consciousness, in the consciousness. We should have our basic life, so that we need to consume pure food or conscious food. We need to consume the pure clothes, the conscious clothes, and we need to consume the environment. We need to consume everything. Whatever we go and we see, we talk with the people, everything we consume. Now we are virtually also, we are consuming something through our eyes, through our ear. We are consuming, and we're becoming. What we are consuming, we're becoming. So like, I always appreciate Andrew trust our moment, not only me. He trust our group. He trust our whole community, what we building and what we were doing. And he trust our chain. He trust our community, and he want to support us. This is the biggest things for us. Why we are involving in the economy also? Because we need to consume food, we need to consume clothes, we need to consume the environment, we need to consume the commodity, the goods and services, to build the sustainable or spiritual conscious society, the Sarideta Samaj, Sarideta society. For that, we should have sustainable, spiritual, conscious economy. So that's economy we are building. For that economy, we should have our raw material chains. We should have our agriculture, organic agriculture, sustainable entrepreneurship. So the spirituality is not only spirituality is not happening. The spirituality is collective of society. Everything happening in the society is spirituality. That particular spirituality, that particular society is spirituality. So thank you so much, my brother, my friend, and my business partner, so that we are building that, we are dreaming that society. And we are nothing. We are not doing anything. We are just doing very, very less than 0.1% things for our future. It will be good example between the Australia and Nepal. So I'm always dreaming. It was the dream, the Lomanthang Kashmir. Now the dream is always, it's like Rajoguna, no? So it's like dreaming always growing. Now the dream is the story of Lomanthang to Queensland. Let's see what happening. Thank you so much for your time and energy and very nice, powerful speech. We have recorded this, and we have live this, and we will rewrite this so that the message will go more people.
Thank you,
Now
brother.
we
It was
are
amazing.
in close up. Yes, thank you. Now we are in very, very, very closing point. So I'm looking here, Sujita Upreti and Gopal Parajuli. If you wanted to speak something, please welcome and speak your words. Otherwise, I want to invite Rajan Bhardwaj Dai, so that he is our pillar of our movement. So he is ready for whatever we're thinking, whatever we're doing. So he is the strong pillar of our movement. He is now in Qatar, so I want to invite him to express his experience in any language.
जय शम्भ हर महादेव धन्यवाद प्रकाश भाइ यो सबै शिव कृपाले भएको हो हामी त के नै गर्न सक्छौँ शिव कृपाले गर्दाखेरि हामी जोडिएका छौँ र हामीले सोचेका केही कर्महरू शिव प्रसादकै रूपमा प्राप्त गरिरहेका छौँ र हामी जे गर्छौँ त्यो सबैलाई शिव प्रसादकै रूपमा ग्रहण गर्ने जे गुमेको छ त्यो पनि शिव प्रसादकै रूपमा गुमेको छ जे प्राप्त भएको छ त्यो शिव प्रसादकै रूपमा प्राप्त भएको छ र उहाँको कृपा बिना हामीले केही पनि गर्न सक्दैनौँ त्यसैले हामीले शिवलाई जानौँ बुझौँ र उहाँको गुणलाई अनुसरण गरौँ र एउटा जसरी एउटा शत्रुगुण भएका परस्पर विरोधी प्राणीहरू पनि एकसाथ मिलेर बसिरहेका छन् हामी पनि मानव हो मानव मानव मात्रै मिलेर किन बस्न सकिँदैन त्यहाँ एउटा परस्पर विरोधी गुणहरू भएका प्राणीहरू त मिलेर बसेका छन् शिवको शरणमा भने हामी मानव मानव भएपछि त्यहाँ बसेर मिलेर बस्न नसकिने गर्न नसकिने भन्ने कुरा त केही पनि छैन त्यसैले सत्सङ्ग लामो भइसकेको छ र हामीले त्यो शिव तत्त्वलाई बुझौँ भन्दै बिदा हुन चाहन्छु धन्यवाद जय शम्भ
Namaste. Thank you so much, Rajan Dai. He just give the example how the Shiva family is living together. The snakes, tiger, ox, Parvati, and Ganesha, Kumara, rat, peacock. Like all the animal kill one animal kill another. Still they are in same environment. The animal are living together. We are human, and why we cannot live very happily, very confidently, very trustly, truly each other. This is the message tried to given by the Rajan Dai. Thank you so much. Now I am a little still waiting for one of our speakers, Zenia. She is from Ukraine, but she told me she will come 5 o'clock, but still not coming. Maybe next time we will link her or join. Maybe we'll listen her in next time. I think if anybody have any questions, Gopal Parajuli, I want to invite Gopal Parajuli and Sujita Baini. If you have any things to share or express, please welcome. Okay, the Zenia is coming, so I'll send her link.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for your time, but I'm busy at office. Huh?
Welcome. Thank you so much. Sujita. Zenia is coming, so maybe she's try to join.
श्याम गुरुबाट केही जान त 2-4 मिनट
Or Vijay Dai, if there is available Vijay Dai also can speak. Or Sam Dai.
मैले त अब आफ्नो भए जति सबै खनाइसकेँ
Zenia is coming. Okay, let's because Namaste Zenia.
Namaste, hello everyone.
उहाँलाई मेन फुल स्क्रिन गरिदिनु स्यामविन दाई के अरे हाम्रो राजन दाई जेनियाकोमा फुल स्क्रिन गरिदिउँ न जेनिया Okay, namaste, Jenia. Thank you so much for accepting our special request. And we started 3 o'clock, and I think like our another Zoom meeting was also there, and I was thinking to finish our international Shivaratri celebrations in 1 hour, but still it's going because so many speakers are there, and the people, our speaker are going flow, so we don't want to stop the flow. So lately, you are coming, and I want to give a little information about the Zenia. She's my best friend and trusted friend, and they love me. They always give me the energy. Mm, give up. And we are building a brand for Genia and Ricardo. We are building the Ricardo brand, the Consciously Precious, and we met 2014 in Nepal. She came in Nepal 2014, and we met, and we did some business, Casper businesses, and we have keep in touch for many years. And I went to Goa to their club. They have Tito's club and Tito's Fashion, Tito's London, and they have the club in Goa, Dubai, and UK. And they want to support Nepal actually. Ricardo is always trying to support Nepal and Nepalese people, and he trusts Nepalese people even more than other country. The first priority always try to give to the Nepal. And Zenia is from the Ukraine, and she is very close to the Asian culture and culture and customs. So maybe her network is not good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I explained a little bit about Tito's and Ricardo and Zenia. Yeah, I want to give space for now to you, time, this special Shivaratri time to you, and to express your spirituality and your experience, because you are from Ukraine, you are from the Europe, and you are living in Asia. Many years you live in Asia, and you know lots of things in Asia. And you came in Nepal 2014, and please share your experience. It will be great.
Thank you, Prakash. Hello, everyone. My name is Zinia, and it's really very special moment, you know, when somebody is putting effort to bring people together to share on not such popular topic, spirituality. For me, I think coming to India, it was my first step towards spirituality, because living back in Ukraine, I did not understood what is spirituality. I was following certain religion, which was given to me by birth, I would say, yeah, by my parents. But I did not have relationship with my higher power then. I knew there is something, and for me, it was give and take. I knew if I'll ask something, then I have to pray or do something back, you know, then the God will help me and will support me, do something what I wish for. But I never could understand that higher power loves me just the way I am. I don't need to prove anything. I don't need to be certain person. And if my heart is open, then this energy would flow just with the big with the big flow. So when I started explore and look for it in India, I did try follow different religions. I was learning about Vedic religion and Krishnaite and Hinduism and Buddhism. I went for Vipassana twice and tried to practice that. And I was keep looking, I was listening to various gurus, and whatever they were saying, it was so right, but I could not use it in my life, I could not find the way how to use it in my life. And then I don't know, it was a bad episode of my life, but now I see it was it was needed for me to experience it so I can come back to the light, I fallen, like I am an addicted person. So I was having an alcohol addiction and I could not find the way out. And at some point, I just found that higher power could help me. I got connection with my higher power. I got with a group of people who gave me support. And through this experience, through this practice, I realized that it was not the matter of addiction, it was matter of emotional sobriety. So when I do not keep emotionally sober, when I fall for different emotions, when I think that problems in this life because of that people or of that situations, and I'm so poor and I have nothing else to do but to drink it up, then there is where all the problems was happening, So what I realize now and what sobriety means for me now, it's to be emotionally aware that everything I do and everything I say give consequences. So if I'm dishonest with myself first, if I do something what I don't like just to please someone or get some benefits from it, if I think of myself first and put myself in front of everyone, then for sure I will have consequences. If I feel that I'm better than someone, I for sure will have consequences. So people would react back to me, So for me, spirituality now is the key for my life. I know that I always have to constantly, during the day, try to feel what's happening inside of me. Yeah, what emotions I experience, what probably does makes me irritable or angry, and it's not problem in those people, it's problem in me. So once I realize what truly irritated me, I understand that it was something in me. Either it was my egoism, or it was my arrogance, or it was my dishonesty, or it was my fear. So one of these things for sure would trigger and create all the other consequences and my reactions, and when other people will react back. So I practice it every day, and I feel much more calmer than 3 years back, for example. I see improvement in my business. I see improvement in my family, with my relationship, and my capacity of things I do in a day also grown tremendously. So I wish you all experience this connection with your higher power through there are various channels, various ways, yeah, how you get connected. But to be connected is the only matter I feel in my life, to know what higher power wants for me and to have strength to make it real, yeah, to work for it, whatever is there planned for me. I don't know what is planned, but I just have to keep my heart open. And thank you very much for letting me share today.
Thank you so much, Zenia, for your very nice and your own experience, so that it will be inspiring for everybody. who are watching with us, and we'll definitely we have recorded this, and we'll try to spread this message all of our channels. It is really motivated your journey from where you came off up to here. Now, because of the spirituality, after you align with the spirituality, then you are overcome with love. Thank you so much. And we have very powerful speakers from beginning to up to now, and we have all recorded. So because people are coming and going because of the limitation of time, so we respect everybody's time. Everybody give us their very, very important and precious time for us. Thank you so much, and thank you so much to celebrating Shivaratri, the day of Shivaratri, the power of Shivaratri, the feeling, the vibration of the Shiva is really amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. I want to speak some mantras for all of my mentors, all of my gurus, all of my friends, all of my brothers. Om Brahma Murari Tripurantakari Bhanu Sasi Bhumi Sutta Buddhassa Guru Sukraha Sanirahu Ketabaha Sarve Gra Santi Kara Bhavantu. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheswara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahi Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmi Bandhanam Mrityurmokshe Yamamrit. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityormamritam Gamaya. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kasid Dukha Bhagvita. Om. At last, I want to say or something about our movement. Investment in Nepal, investment for Nepal, made in Nepal, making Nepal, assemble in Nepal, promoting Nepal, agro, craft, Vedic health, spiritual tourism, sustainability, spirituality, consciousness, next movement, natural and circularity, trust and truth, grounded, acceptance, love, and minimalist. Thank you so much for your time and energy, your powerful speech, and listening for everybody. Thank you so much. Namaste. Happy Shivaratri.